Oh man, they got Kubrick.
Yeah, let's play it.
It's like top of the line in 1991? 2?
No, I think even by then, it was a little bit on the old side. I mean, 1991 was when the Super Nintendo came out.
Well, it's a great read, but nothing about that.
I know that symbol.
How?
It shows up sometimes in Sumerian ritual magic. There's a statue on loan at the museum that features it.
What does it represent?
Just a symbol. Signifies a path to obtain great power. Most of my colleagues assume it's an old constellation.
No constellation I ever saw. And I used to tell fortunes on Coney Island.
Is that right? Did you wear a turban?
No, man. A red velvet cape with moons. It was plush.
Get this. The Codex does indicate there is some kind of feeder system required to channel energy to a destructor form.
A destructor form? Like Stay Puft?
It's entirely possible that system and this pattern are connected.
It's possible.
Wait, you said the Gozerian statuary at the museum is on loan. From whom?
Ivo Shandor, the architect. Well, the Shandor Foundation. They control Shandor's remaining estate and holdings. Ivo is a big collector of Gozerian artifacts.
By Ivo Shandor the architect, you mean Ivo Shandor the genocidal maniac, right?
That's what I was researching when Gozer attacked me. Shandor's architecture firm was involved in a number of projects around town in the late early 1900s.
Including Dana Barrett's old building on Central Park West.
You mean the one with the extra-dimensional antenna that drew Gozer to our world so he could attempt to destroy it? He had a nice view of the park, though.
Yes, but he also did some renovations on existing buildings and a number of public works. There was controversy, because a lot of people thought the work was unnecessary.
Let me guess. He did some renovations on the public library building on Fifth.
Right. And the Museum of Natural History.
Recent visitations, specific localized paranormal activity, singing Vikings.
They're all connected to Shandor and this pattern.
Like that they have a poster of New York City. Come visit New York City, just to make sure that you remember this is, in fact, New York City.
Yeah.
We should warn the mayor.
I don't know, he's likely to just sick peck on us even more.
You should get a closer look at the museum.
Well, the mayor's going to be at the museum for the exhibitioning opening gala tonight. It's where I need to be, too.
Ilissa, you sure make work fun for me. Is business casual okay? I don't have a tux.
Are you kidding? He doesn't want you guys within 3 city blocks of the museum tonight. He thinks you make his campaign contributors nervous. Besides, that Peck guy will be at the party, too.
Okay, Egon will stay here and finish analyzing the data from the library. The rest of us will go in by the service entrance of the museum and lay low. Peter can attend the party as Alyssa's guest and stay in plain sight of Peck.
And that frees us up to check out the rest of the building.
I love this plan. It's just dull enough to work. I'm going to bring you a corsage.
Good luck getting a corsage on this short notice, asshole.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Venkman's a tuxedo kind of guy anyway. I think he's more the kind of a guy who has a shirt with a tuxedo print on it.
Alyssa told me he'd meet us right here.
Look at that rat.
Need to get some better lighting in their storage and better cleaning.
Yeah. So, Ape, you actually work at a museum, so how accurate is this to the museum experience of the basement of the museum?
Well, for one thing, there's way too much empty space. There should be balls to the wall crates everywhere. Just stuff stacked everywhere.
Now, why are these crates filled with tumbleweeds? Is that normal?
You know, we occasionally have those sometimes. They make it in with regular shipments, and we just end up using in the dioramas sometimes.
Okay.
Most of the time, we just roll them down the street in the middle of the day, you know. Just for kicks.
Something's trailed packing material down the hall here.
Packing material and slime.
So there are some pretty good-ass cursed artifacts in this level.
Yeah, you know, it is a museum.
Yeah. The first one isn't quite here yet.
Oh, those mannequins were kissing.
Aww.
2s and 3s every now and then. What happened to them? They were easy.
But, I think, oh yeah, the first cursed artifact is coming right up here. And it is pretty great. Look at that mask. It's blinking at us and everything.
That's Morse code. Titanic going down, send help.
Somebody that wants out.
I know there have been a couple complaints in the thread about how I have not been showing off the descriptions and stuff. Don't worry, I will be posting screenshots.
Dr. Rutherford. Z, meet the assistant curator of the museum.
Is that horrible, terrible thing gone?
Yeah, she's gone. You good?
Yes, I suppose so. I'm a big fan. I even had you over for my daughter's birthday a couple years ago.
Is that so? Well, I think we can get you a sticker or button or mug or t-shirt or something when we're done here.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Follow me. We'll go through the restoration department.
Don't let it get me. Don't you worry. She'll have to go through me first.
So possessors are kind of odd because they will possess your teammates and if there are other NPCs around them as well, and all you have to do is spray them with slime to get them out of the person without hurting them.
Possessors possess things, you don't say.
Yep, and since after that they're just like normal ghosts,
Curious as to what a 1920s socialite is doing hanging around a museum.
I'm pretty sure the museum was kicking rad around 1910.
All right! You guys are really good.
Voila! That's fusion-based exorcism in a nutshell. Cleaner than somebody's head spinning all around in barbing pea soup.
Will he be okay?
How you doing, Ray?
How's it, Buzzer? Buzzer was this.
Oh, he'll be fine in a second. After you.
Oh no, if this place is possessed by possessors, we'd better get to Peter fast. Venkman, we found the curator. We're on our way to the Gozer exhibit now.
There's so much to show you. Where to start? Things have been very strange since they started setting up that exhibit. Well, hello there.
Dig it, Peter. Ray got possessed again.
Aw, Z!
You'll have to go through me first. That's exactly what he said.
Just like a puppy. Every day's the first day.
No, no, no! I want the Ghostbusters ejected from this facility immediately!
Where's his honor, Pecker? We've got news for him and a photo op.
The mayor is indisposed right now. Anything you need to tell him goes through me.
Not happening, Peckaby. This is for Jock and Jock alone. We will wait for him.
Security! Remove these men. With excessive force.
Boys? Why do the good ones always play hard to get?
What in the hell is going on here?
They got picked.
I never got here.
More possessor ghosts. Kid, you know what to do.
So yeah, this is a big room filled with a lot of possessors, and they'll possess a bunch of different people, including Peck and the Ghostbusters and just the various social lights that are hanging around. And it's a big long fight. But it's got a pretty cool obelisk in the middle, so...
Obelisk is pretty neat. I'd like one for my room.
Something I should mention is there is a level of the game that got cut that you should have played by now, and basically what happens is that this game takes place around the time of Thanksgiving, so a bunch of ghosts would possess, like, balloons and other things, and you would like, basically ruin the parade while trying to, like, save New York from the ghosts, and it looked pretty neat, and a little bit of it actually ended up making it into the reveal trailer, but it ultimately had to get cut because the game was in production for 3 years already, and they needed to get it out.
You're hurting it! You rang his bell, cadet!
So, yeah. This is gonna happen for a little bit longer. Strap in.
Yeah, the thing about this game is that, or at least this level I've found, is that they don't really like to put a lot of variety into the fights, and they like to put a bunch of the same ghost type in one fight without really switching it up at all. So, like, these are all possessors, so the fight, while fun to play, is kind of boring to watch because it's only possessors and there's not much else visually going on, aside from that big-ass portal up there.
I like their poster for Rome back there, just, helmet! Colosseum! Caesar! Rome!
Rome!
Yeah, that's the kind of crap he would make.
Yeah. Oh, and the museum is a really, really good place for the Destructor achievement, which is like you destroy, I think, $3 million worth of stuff throughout the course of the game. Because there's a shit ton of expensive stuff in here, which makes sense because it's a museum. On the flip side, the nice shooting text achievement will probably be ended here, of all places, if you're not careful.
My favorite part of this job.
All right, you guys go after Alyssa. Be careful. I'll get to security.
I love this plan.
I'll man the security cameras to triangulate them on the monitors and talk you through.
See you soon, Ray. Let's go, guys.
See you soon, guys. Dr. Rutherford, if you'll show me to security.
Hooray, we get to go with my two favorites.
Yay! They do nice work here, I'm gonna be honest. This is pretty well laid out.
So, first, we're in the Gozerian exhibit still, technically, and we have some new ghosts. They are, spearmen, and they have the same mask as the cursed artifact that we got earlier. It looks pretty neat.
Ours was green, so it's friendly.
Mm-hmm. They're basically just mannequins being animated, and they're not the kind of ghosts that you capture, obviously. They go down really easy to the shotgun and everything.
I'm sorry, I was staring at the happy bug-eyed statues back there.
Boson darts will also probably take care of them pretty well, but I typically forget about boson darts against bigger guys like this. Because the shotgun works so well! Most of the weapons in this game are really cool and really good.
That was nowhere near fatal.
Oh, speaking of which, I have been told both on YouTube and in the thread, that the slime tether is good for trying to capture ghosts, like you throw down a trap and then slime tether the ghost to the trap and it shoves him right in. I'll have to try that out in my practice run.
The budget they must have had for this room is impressive.
I know.
I mean, look at this.
One, this room is absolutely huge, and two, it's covered in, like, probably not real stone, but...
No, probably not real stone.
Yeah, but it still looks like stone. They obviously had to pay somebody to do all this, and they had to get the...
used for this.
Yeah.
Probably just a whole bunch of plaster of Paris, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just probably painted to look like rock. But still, it would have taken a long time, and that stuff's still heavy.
Yeah,
Man.
And not to mention the man-hours involved in it, all of it. They obviously really care about this museum. I don't even think the Smithsonian gets as much of a budget.
No, this is... Damn.
Oh yeah, flying skulls, they're kind of assholes. Usually you're supposed to use the shotgun stuff against them, but since this room is so big and they fly around so fast, it's kind of hard to get a beat on them with that, so I'd stick with the regular wand here.
Get out of here! Go back to Zelda!
Ray, can you see where they went?
But see, that's what I mean about, like, variety, because even though this room only mostly had the mannequins, they did have the skulls to switch it up at the end, and also, the room was laid out in a really cool way that wasn't just, like, this big empty arena.
Mm-hmm. So, big old green orb seems to be a recurring theme in Gozerian culture.
Yeah. And for some reason they are also shoved into skulls?
Mm-hmm.
More masks. Look at that frowny little dude. This is around the time I realized I haven't been looking at the stuff in this museum, and it's so cool.
So, interesting thing about those recordings I have, those things are easy as balls to make. I mean, physically, the little device is just real stupid simple. You could go to Radio Shack and buy $10 worth of shit and slap it together in an hour. But the problem with them is...
Well, if you're going to Radio Shack, it's probably not going to be $10.
Okay, yeah. If you order the parts online, it's $10,
okay.
Sure. Get a Radio Shack, it's like $50 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
Radio Shack went out of business. The problem is getting a nice voice recorded on them, so you either have to use one of the museums, you know, whatever, one of the workers, and that never ends up sounding good because you don't have the proper equipment to do that, or you have to pay someone, which ends up costing a lot because you have to pay a licensing fee and blah, blah, blah. It just becomes bullshit. And then you either have to slap an ugly black box on the exhibit like they did, or you have to work it into the exhibit, which is a whole other set of problems. So it becomes a big pain in the ass, and end of the day, we just have volunteers take people on guided tours. It's much easier.
Give me a minute.
If I get bored, I'll do the tours.
Okay, so we went from the ancient South American civilizations to the Civil War.
Mm-hmm. Rightly so, as we destroyed all the native civilizations.
Cursed gun. It's ours now. Don't let Vinkman anywhere near it.
Let's count the instances of that guy. That's been 2, 3...
Yeah, I realized after a little bit of wandering around in here that a lot of the stuff in here is basically just duplicates, so I stopped looking at it, but I'm pretty sure I look at least everything once.
Okay, we're gonna count that guy. So that's 3, 4, 5...
You know the difference between
6
this exhibit and the other ones? The soldiers in this one have guns.
7
He's just everywhere. Also,
8
something you'll see in...
That one's empty.
Something you'll see later is that the flags in this room, at least the ones hanging on the wall, are indestructible.
Oop, 3 for first guy. And 4 for first guy.
Let's just pass through here as quickly as we can. And
Why'd you say that?
Yep.
You were just giving Ray shit about this earlier. We're just standing around the campfire. Oh, I guess we're at war again. All right.
Yep.
I knew we were waiting for something.
Okay, so the Confederate ghosts and the Union ghosts are pretty much the same exact ghost, but with a different skin, and they shoot ectoplasm at you, pretty much. This is another one of those really long, really boring, kind of, I wish they had a different enemy type fights here, because it's all the same dude. Like, make the Confederate ghosts and the Union ghosts act differently. Maybe have the Union ghosts use guns and stuff, and then have the Confederate ghosts use swords, but for the most part, they all act exactly the same, and it's kind of, again, boring to watch, fun to play.
And one of the issues is that the ghosts have just a little bit too much health.
Yeah.
It just takes too long to wear them down.
In easy mode, that's not that much of a deal, but I'm playing on normal.
Oh my, you big man.
I know. I have beaten this game on hard.
Are we supposed to be impressed?
Yes. Yes, you are. Worship me.
Are you a giant walking marshmallow man?
For all intents and purposes, as far as you know, yes.
Alright then.
Yeah.
Oh damn it, I should have said, are you a god?
I feel like that question was rigged because if he had answered yes, he would have probably seen who was the stronger god anyway.
It ended up being the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it did. They crossed the streams. Normally that's bad, but this time it was good.
Real good. Now just bring him in.
Revelry just playing in there.
For some reason, whenever you capture one of the ghosts, they make a horse noise.
Behind you.
Like, I never noticed that until my brother pointed it out while I was recording this, or doing the practice one of the two. He's like, why are they making a horse noise? And I'm like, oh my fucking god.
Count it.
I'm sure everyone noticed this, but the whole landscape changed as soon as everything started. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, that's pretty much one of the only few interesting things going for this fight. Like, if they had half as many ghosts, or if the ghosts had half as much health, I don't think it would have been as bad.
Good moody lighting in here, I like it. This is a well set up exhibit. Shame we're destroying it.
Yeah. I think at some point I destroy something in here, and it tells me I've destroyed $22,000 worth of stuff.
That happened, yeah. It's already passed.
Yeah. This room is really fun for the Destructor achievement because you can get, like, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of damage in that one room alone.
Seems like unused space in this hallway.
We made it to the security office. I can see you guys on the cameras. No sign of Alyssa or her kidnappers, though. In the early 1900s, the museum was run by a board of trustees. Powerful guys, tycoons, captains of industry. The chairman of the board was Cornelius Wellesley of International Steel. The board used the museum as a respectable front for all kinds of dubious activities. Mainly, though, they were part of a club run by our favorite evil architect. They hired women from the St. Nicholas Rehabilitation Mission for Wayward Angels. Rumor has it the board conducted all kinds of nasty rituals using these women.
It's like more green orbs.
Yeah, green orbs are important. So, civil war into Egypt. Makes sense.
Yeah, that's chronological order. So we had the Civil War, and then the pyramids were built.
Yeah. And then we went into space, and then we invented the wheel.
Yeah. Kind of weird how that turned out, and if you think about it, but oh well.
Yeah, it's really odd. Yeah, this is a good room for using the shotgun in, because it's way smaller.
Oh, interesting dumb fact that you probably heard already. At the time the pyramids were being built, Mastodons were still running around.
Oh.
Well, not running, more like lumbering at a slow gait.
Yeah. Oh, and you want to destroy the big portal thing because I think that just keeps spawning skulls at you. Which, I mean, is good if you're trying to grind money out of the game, but you don't really need to grind money. We will have bought most of the upgrades by the time we're done the museum.
You weren't even close to that door.
No.
Apparently the Jedi kick.
Why can't that be a force power in most of the Star Wars video games?
Force Kung Fu would be badass.
I know.
We kinda saw it in, like, the Clone Wars shorts. Where
yeah, the cartoons with... I was actually just about to bring that up, where he just punched robots for an entire episode.
That was awesome!
I know!
How can the actual movie have been that?
So the museum introduces snot ghosts. Hooray! These guys are annoying because they have a ton of health, and I kind of forgot that you could do the boson dart in this version of the game, so it took me quite a while to actually take care of them. Usually they move around, but for some reason this one decided, I'm good here. Also, now that you have the slime blower in this level, you actually get to use it by sliming certain objects and then having to move them. This is important for some puzzles, but I'm not sure how it will be for the rest of the game since this part's being done blind. Who cares? Then there are the black slime ghosts, who are odd. They don't ever appear in the PS3 version of the game. The best way to take care of them is to spray them with slime and then use your proton pack. And with the boson darts, it's pretty easy because they have kind of low health, unlike all the other ghosts in this game. Well, except for the Possessor. The Possessor in this game kind of actually really easy to take care of, except for the fact that something I noticed about this version of the game, the ghosts move around a lot and it's starting to get really annoying because it takes forever to actually find them. Possessed people are actually really easy to take care of, even easier than the PlayStation 3 version of the game, because you don't actually have a health bar you have to worry about. All you do is equip the slime blower, spray them a little bit, and the ghost comes out, and then you can kill it. They are probably the easiest ghost in the game so far, because they seem to have very little health. Like, I think they have the least amount of health I've seen in any non-minion enemy in the game. That's all this time. I'll see you all next time.